some fun. Tune in late at night or tune in the sun. This is TFM. Get ready to rock. From AM to PM. Come on. Let's talk.
TFM 95.4.
Let's talk.
Live on TFM and the TFM Facebook page. This is the live feed of TTV. Let's talk.
Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. No more home quarantine for passengers arriving in Oman. Only 50% capacity allowed in restaurants, cafes and commercial centers. Oman land borders to remain closed until further notice. Parks and beaches closed for 2 weeks across the Sultanate. Avoid traveling outside the country, says the Supreme Committee. South African coronavirus variant detected in California for first time. Czech Republic to vaccinate 7 million people against COVID-19 by August. Turkey may launch production of Sputnik-V Vaccine against COVID-19. Manchester City creates record with 15th consecutive victory. Bangladesh to host England, Australia and New Zealand ahead of T20 World Cup. These were the top headlines for the day. Let's see how weather looks like in Sultanate in our weather update.
Hi, my name is Meitha El-Shukeli for today's weather update. And right now, I'm outside the TFM studio in Al Khuwair. Before we move on to weather, here is an interesting fact for the day. On the ground, we see a rainbow as a semicircle. But from the very high up, like on an airplane, you can see the rainbow as a complete circle. That is our fact for the day. Now let's step inside the studio and talk more about weather. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities saying that there will be poor visibility during fog formation, and there will be mainly clear skies over the rest of the Sultanate with isolated clouds, and chances of late night to early morning, low-level clouds or fog patches in Al-Buremi, Al-Dhahira, and along the coast of Al-Wusta. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 29 to 21 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 28 to 16 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batina will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 28 to 19 degrees Celsius. South Al-Batina will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 29 to 20 degrees Celsius. Al-Buremi will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 30 to 21 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 31 to 21 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhiliya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 31 to 20 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 31 to 20 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 28 to 20 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 32 to 19 degrees Celsius. And Dhofar will also be sunny, temperatures between 26 to 15 degrees Celsius.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now let's go straight to COVID-19 updates for the day. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 2 death cases due to coronavirus in Oman today. This has taken the total death toll in the Sultanate to 1,539. The health officials has also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 245 new coronavirus cases in Oman. The total cases in the country have now touched 136,622, including 128,461 recoveries, as well as 1,539 deaths. According to Ministry of Health, in the past 24 hours, 206 recoveries were also reported. The ministry has urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. Now from a local desk. The Supreme Committee has decided to impose compulsory institutional health isolation for all passengers coming to Oman. The committee decided to impose compulsory institutional health isolation for all arrivals to the Sultanate through various land, sea, and airports at their own expense due to the lack of commitment by many to home health isolation and violation of the procedures that have been reported. The statement issued by the Supreme Committee said that passengers will have to bear the expense of the institutional isolation on their own. The Supreme Committee in the Sultanate has also decided to downsize the number of visitors to government departments, private establishments, including commercial centers, restaurants, and cafes by 50%. The decision to reduce visitors also include cafes serving shisha and indoor sports halls. According to the statement by the committee, it said that the downsizing begins in the morning of Friday, 12 February 2021 and continues till further notice. Talking about the Supreme Committee, which is tasked with tackling developments from the coronavirus in the Sultanate, they held a meeting yesterday on Wednesday under the chairmanship of Syed Hamoud Faisal Al-Busaidi, who's the Minister of Interior. The meeting was aimed to discuss updates on the pandemic, measures for prevention of infection, and ways to address other impacts. The committee has decided to continue the closure of all land borders of the Sultanate till further notice, except for the passage of trucks. Omani citizens abroad who wish to return to the Sultanate will be allowed to return home, but only within a period of 10 days from the time of publication of this statement, which is about 10 a.m. of Sunday, 21st February 2021, after which no individuals will be allowed to enter the Sultanate till such time that the closure of land borders is lifted. All citizens wishing to come back to the Sultanate within the 10-day period have to undergo institutional health isolation at their own cost, besides abiding by other procedures imposed on incoming travelers. In addition to that, like I mentioned earlier, the Supreme Committee has made institutional health isolation compulsory to all incoming travelers via land, sea, and air border checkpoints, all at their own cost because many failed to adhere to home quarantine and breached previously approved procedures. Talking on the lines of the Supreme Committee meeting, which was held yesterday, it has also decided that to close all beaches, leisure spaces, and public parks in all governorates of the Sultanate with effect from today, which is Thursday, 11th February 2021, for a period of 2 weeks. While at the same time maintaining the ban on all gatherings, irrespective of their whereabouts, be it in rest houses, farms, winter camps, manor houses, or elsewhere. The committee recommends avoiding assembling of families within homes or other private places. It has also decided to keep all commercial activities in North Sharqiya Governorate closed from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. with effect from the evening of Friday, 12 February 2021 for a period of 14 days, with the exception of fuel filling stations, health establishments, and private pharmacies. In addition to that, the Supreme Committee has also urged all the citizens and residents in the Sultanate to avoid traveling outside the country unless absolute necessary. The committee also will publish the names of violators, whether individuals or institutions. The Supreme Committee, in fact, issued a statement saying that the committee reaffirms the need to avoid the travel of citizens and residents outside the Sultanate during the coming period unless absolutely necessary, especially as many countries have tightened travel and travel procedures, and it also recommends limiting the travel of citizens and residents outside the Sultanate on official missions. The Supreme Committee affirms that it is in constant systematic follow-up of the developments of this pandemic locally and internationally, and that the competent authorities continue to punish those who violate the decisions taken to protect members of society from the spread of this disease of various strains. Once again, the committee added that this includes publishing the names and photos of the violators in the various media, and also confirms that the competent authorities will close any institution that has been allowed to carry out its activities in advance if it does not comply with all the requirements set for it to practice those activities and the names and details of the institutions in violation will be announced in all media. And based on the committee's role on limiting the economic effects of the corona pandemic and to reduce the financial impact on the owners of small and medium enterprises, the committee decided to postpone the payment of the installments of these institutions' loans payable in the Raft Fund previously. The committee lastly said that for beneficiaries for the period from January 1st, 2021 until the end of June 2021, the committee also decided to provide facilities for the beneficiaries of the Sanad and Livelihoods program previously, and they will be announced by the competent authority. This was all from our local desk. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates coming your way from our international desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from our international desk. 2 cases of coronavirus strains first detected in South Africa have been reported in the U.S. state of California, said the governor on Wednesday. Both cases were identified in the Bay Area, one in Santa Clara and the other in Alameda County, CNN reported. 30 labs across the state are working to sequence genomes and potentially uncover additional cases of variants, the governor said. According to CNN, the discovery of the South African strain is in addition to 159 cases of the UK variant and 1,203 incidents of the West Coast variants identified thus far in the Golden State. However, the first 2 confirmed cases of the variant in the US were detected last month in South Carolina, CNN reported. The Czech Republic Ministry of Health expects to, by August 2021, to provide vaccination to about 7 million people in the country against the novel coronavirus disease. Now, according to the minister, Jan Blatný, he said that the population of the Czech Republic is 10.71 million. About 60% of citizens of the Republic announced their intention to get vaccinated. Currently, the first stage of vaccination is underway, during which vaccinations are given to people over 80, patients and staff of nursing homes, as well as doctors who directly work with coronavirus patients. He also stated that to date, 382,416 people have received vaccinations, 116,633 of them for the second time. We hope to accelerate the supply of vaccines in April, so that in August, about 7 million of our fellow citizens are vaccinated. Now, Turkey is ready to register and start the production of Russia's Sputnik-V vaccine against the coronavirus in case of improved results of its toxicological tests, Turkish Minister of Health has said. In late January, the Russian Direct Investment Fund, which promotes Sputnik-V in the international market, signed an agreement with a leading Turkish pharmaceuticals developer to produce the Russian vaccine in Turkey and started the transfer of technologies. Turkey could reportedly produce millions of Sputnik-V vaccine doses per year. According to the Minister of Health of Turkey, said on Wednesday that we are holding negotiations with various countries and companies, especially with those who are ready to provide us with the vaccine until April. From the very beginning, we have been focusing on 3 vaccines, which includes the Russian one, the Chinese one, and the vaccine developed by Turkish scientists. Russia's Sputnik-V vaccine has some problems with toxicology. However, we are counting continuing the work on it, and if these problems are removed, we will be ready not only to register and purchase it, but also to launch its production in Turkey. A recent peer-reviewed study published in the Lancet journal stated that Sputnik-V, which was developed by Russia's Gamaleya Research Center of Epidemiology and Microbiology, showed 91.6% efficacy based on phase 3 clinical trial interim data. The vaccine was registered by the Russian government on August 11. Over 20 countries have already registered Sputnik-V for emergency use. This was all from our international desk. It is time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we have more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. Manchester City has created a new record with their 15th consecutive victory across all competitions. And this is a feat that no other English top-flight side has managed to achieve. Manchester City defeated Swansea in the FA Cup to progress to the quarterfinals, and with this victory, the side also registered their 15th consecutive victory across all competitions in the 2020-2021 season. City defeated Swansea 3-1, and with this, Guardiola also achieved his 200th victory as the manager of Manchester City. Goal.com quoted Guardiola as saying that it shows how special these players are, and we are thinking about the next one. Now the record belongs to us, and this record will be broken, will be broken for sure, because the sport is like this. December 15th was the last time when City managed to lose a game, and since then, the side has changed their fortunes around, and now it finds itself at the top of the Premier League 2020-2021 standings. Since December 15, Manchester City has won 10 consecutive Premier League matches to move to the top of the table. The side will now clash against Tottenham Hotspur on Saturday. The Bangladesh Cricket Board, known as BCB, his chief executive, Mr. Nawazuddin Chaudhry, on Wednesday said that they will host New Zealand and England ahead of the T20 World Cup in October this year. The 7th edition of the Men's T20 World Cup comes 5 years after the event was held in India. Bangladesh is also set to host Australia, and a formal statement about England and New Zealand series will be released after the dates are confirmed by the respective cricket boards. He said that both boards, including CA and BCB, have agreed in principle for Australia's tour of Bangladesh before the World Cup T20, which is going to be held in October. It has been scheduled as such ahead of the World Cup T20. England, Australia and New Zealand will tour Bangladesh, but a tri-series hasn't yet been decided. This tour will be Australia's first in Bangladesh since 2017. I think we had a commitment with Australia that they would play 2 tests and 2 T20Is. Since we could fit the T20s, we will increase it to 3. He also added that it is not that it is replacing anything. We would have fitted in a test match if there was enough space. It will be good preparation for us ahead of the World Cup T20. We have an opportunity to play some high-profile teams. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again next week with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV